Hey everybody, this is me, Brianna, and I want to talk about how we don't need gender roles. We need accountability. Um, Comparisons and totem poles are, or in crowds versus out the excluded people or the odd ones or the outcasts. They're always to comfort and guarantee the security of predators, bullies, toxic people, abusive people, harmful, traumatizing people. And so in this case, I'm going to talk about gender roles and how it is supposed to, in this case, the people who are better than or smart or of the in crowd or the popularity are men and masculine people. And it's so, oh my God, grass cutting again. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. It's so much noise. But in this case, gender roles. So the people who are on the in crowd or are God's people or messengers or, the first, the creme de la creme, the top of the top are men and masculine people. And what is conventional around manhood or masculinity is very toxic, because like I said, every time that it comes to comparisons or discrimination, it is always to secure the wrongdoer. And so in this case, when people want to try to check people and enforce or reinforce or instill or indoctrinate people with gender roles, it is very weird because you're an abuser and you think you're supposed to be guaranteed security or no consequences, and comfort and just soul comfort because of being a predator as a man. It normalizes the abuse. It lets people know that they don't have a place. They don't have anywhere to go. We really need accountability. When you tell people that they are God's people or a part of the in crowd or exclusivity, they can't be touched, they can't be called out, you don't need to be pointing fingers. And it's all of the people who are wrongdoers, it's all of the people who are hurting people, it's all of the people who think that they are creme de la creme because of any obvious or fact that they know about a person that they can manipulate so that they can scapegoat them or put them down or dehumanize them or exploit them or take advantage of them. Because it's not a if girls and women and femme people are being taken advantage of. It is known. And we don't need gender roles. Women are being emotionally abused. Girls are being told to let things happen to them. And we are literally raised and told the rest of our life, like our entire life, to not know ourselves because they know that we would defend ourselves, and that would hold them accountable. That would hold them and the other toxic people who they are using as a security blanket, their defense team, their lawyer, or the neighbor who is a quote unquote witness to an investigation, to get off, right? Like they are using them as a security blanket. We don't need roles or know your place based on your genitalia. The root of the conversations is literally to have this tangibility. It is so disgusting. You have this control over the tangibility or the access to people with vaginas, to children with vaginas. And that is so disgusting. The way that these people mock victims, the way that they try to get women, abusive women, toxic women, anti-women women, yes, that's a thing, to be their preachers, teachers, professors, guest hosts or speakers. It is so disgusting. You don't even have to be in the same room as these weird people, these very uncomfortable, obviously they've exposed themselves as abusive, toxic people. It wasn't just the old man. It was our classmates. We have experiences. We have history. We have a voice. We have knowledgeability about all of this. We don't need gender roles. We don't need roles based on people of quote unquote attractiveness. When you start to compare, to discriminate, you are a predator trying to secure yourself. Because you don't need to put another person against a person or say that you are the better person. You would just come with evidence. You would just come with facts. You would allow the accountability because you know that you're not wrong. We don't need gender roles. We don't need roles or statuses or standards or totem poles or comparison schemes or schematics or programs or layouts and formats and TED Talks. We need accountability. We need consequences. We need self-defense. We need little girls to speak up. We need children to know that they have a voice. We don't tell like it was so crazy. I'm not saying we as in like me, but I'm saying we as in like as people. We tell kids. I've always heard growing up, if a child speaks back, that lessens their life on earth. Because how dare you talk to an adult? You speak up or you talk back to a grown person. God don't like that. You're supposed to honor the people around you, the adults, the elders, your parents. And so when you talk back or when you get smart or you want to be disrespectful, speaking up or thinking you have a voice, getting out of line, that's what they call it. That's what they label it as. Getting out of line, getting smart. Your life is going to be shortened and you're going to go to hell. And that was just so fucked up. Like, as people are demonizing and intimidating victims, like it is normalized that we don't care. It is normalized that we don't give a second guess, and we tell them to not get a second opinion. Don't get a counselor. Don't get a lawyer. Don't go to the hospital. Don't ask for another nurse. Don't go see a therapist. Don't go to group therapy. Don't try to do like self-help things such as journaling. Don't go to the family roots, right? Don't go to the ancestors, or our true beliefs and spirituality. You need to stay with this religion. You need to believe in us. You need to be a blind follower. Believe what we say, and don't go to don't go to authorities or whatever. We need accountability. We need people, children especially. We need every version of ourselves to thrive and to be where we are safe, where we are loved, where we are free. If a person tells you that any of that is a threat, leave them. If your identity, your personality, your personhood, your self-belief, which means self-defense, you're going to believe when something's wrong with you, right? And when you have self-belief as a toxic person, they have distortion. So what that means is altering or gaslighting you, guilt-tripping you, grooming you, manipulating you in any way possible, because that didn't happen. Right? You're seeing things. You're misunderstanding. You got that mindset. You following trends. It's those people you hanging out with. It's where you are. It's you wanted to go and work at that place. So you wanted to go do this and you wanted to go hang out with them and you wanted to make new friends and da 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 da. So just don't stop being yourself. And I always say this every single time. Keep being yourself, because if this is who they are, their authenticity, and of their authenticity, they don't want you at your best, which is being yourself. Keep being yourself, because you can only keep believing in yourself and defending yourself. And if you're not vulnerable to be violated, that pisses them off the most. That they couldn't have control. That they couldn't indoctrinate you. That they couldn't keep you stuck, to keep in the cycle of abuse, of harm. of being broken down and just pummeled into a pulp, a doormat, a rag doll. You don't need to be submissive or malleable or whatever they saying is godly or good or obedient or well-mannered or of some type of respectability or couth. They put connotations and distortions on words and definitions as well. So just know your truth, be yourself, because literally, like, that is the thing that's going to make you, that's the key of your discernment, because you're listening to your voice. You're understanding your personhood, your experiences, and you're realizing, I'm going to get the fuck. I'm going to punch their ass in the throat. I'm going to go to the authorities. I'm going to get a second opinion. I'm going to get a therapist. Right? I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to remove myself. I'm going to divest. Right? I'm going to move on. I'm going to go low contact. I'm a gray rock. I'm going to go no contact. I'm going to move away. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. They don't want you to have, they are hijacking your free will so that you don't have that clarity on things in your life, on yourself, within yourself, coming from yourself. So you don't have intuition. You have them, their voice, their word. You're blinded. So I always say, like, be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. You are so interesting and fun and multidimensional and layered in the most intricate and poetic of ways. And don't let these people whose authenticity is hurt and taking your intuition and sense of self away from you to fulfill them and their sense of self, because their personhood is toxic, right? Their natural ways or true nature is toxicity. Don't let them fuck you over. Don't let them play with you. Your boundaries are your boundaries. Don't let them brush over your line in the sand. Keep standing 10 toes. Keep being concrete about what you are, who you are, what you stand for. Keep learning. Keep being brave. Keep going forward. Because we don't need roles or titles or totem poles or pyramids. We're not a fucking food group. We are people. We're all on the same plane. There's no level or status or pyramid scheme. Don't let people break you down and make you believe in something that's not true. Because it's only for you to be in the perfect spot as the perfect prey. And you are nobody's prey. You are nobody's victim. You are nobody's punching bag. You are nobody's rag doll. You are nobody's puppet. You are nobody's pawn, peon, errand boy, doormat, rag doll, whatever. You are nobody's thing. You are your own to yourself. And whenever somebody want to say, know your place, play your role, or that there's roles based on everything that is literally, they're naming off things back after back that are you, your personality, your personhood, your authenticity, leave. Because if being who you are is a threat to them and they're saying that the only way that it will work is otherwise, leave. You do not need to be there. That is not your home address. Period. And I think that that's everything that I gotta say. This is not a game. And this is what they think. Because they are God. They love to play God. They love to play the master. They love to play the puppeteer. So we are all objects to them. You're no object. You're no doormat. You're no punching bag or echo chambers. Right? You are no thing. You are somebody. And you deserve. And you better know that shit. And act accordingly and move accordingly. And don't allow them to try to act all childlike, which is very disgusting behavior, to try to say that they're innocent or that they didn't know, to try to make it seem like they are attractive or you're making a mistake and need to give them another chance. If this is a spouse or a family member or a friend, or hell, even an employer calling back to say, oh, we need you, or calling at all to say, oh, come back in for another shift or to take somebody's shift, whatever the hell it is, no, hell no. Okay? Another thing, whatever they want to say is godly or ungodly, legal or illegal, right or not right, right and wrong, it doesn't fucking matter. Because if it is all created for their security and comfort so that they can keep doing what they doing, you need to do what you need to do, regardless, okay? Because what is right is what has you alive, safe, and free, loved and well, healthy and here, okay? So do what you got to do, and yeah. Just to let people know, we don't need all these roles and statuses and standards and totem poles and moving goalposts for groups of people. We don't need categories of people. We don't need somebody to play a role. We don't need somebody to know their place. We need people to be people. So yeah, just a little PSA. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, Miss Gra. Okay? Everything is everything. That's everything. And, yeah, be well, take care, live your life as you, okay? Authentic, not aesthetic, okay? To your personhood, not somebody else's standards and so-called facts or commandments or articles or whatever the hell they want to bring up. Because, yeah, your blessings, your freedom, your peace of mind. All right? You don't need the bullshit. The bullshit ain't for you. Okay? Return to sender. Okay? Yeah. Be well. Take care. Love yourself. Right? Believe yourself. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. Speak up for yourself. No matter how difficult, regardless if you're the only one and it's other people, right? For co-working spaces or family relationships, if you are the only person speaking up, speak up. Speak up. You matter. You are honored. You are sacred, and you deserve, and you are worthy. We don't need roles. We don't need to silence people and keep them in a loop of abuse. We need accountability. We need your voice. We need people's voices. We need people's experiences. You need to speak up. You deserve to. You have a way of communication, right? Sign language, a whiteboard, text to talk, or, if you have a voice, verbally, right? You can have your own voice. But there's a way to communicate and speak up for yourself, to free yourself. And you never know, you could be freeing other people. And that's not to put responsibility on you, but that's kind of what happens when you speak up, because you break the chains. That's all that was needed, is for you to be yourself. You are always leading by example. You never know who's watching. You never know who's taking notes. You never know who's gaining strength from you. So we all deserve, and we all are worthy, and we all have a way to express ourselves, and we deserve to do that. Yeah. And in doing that, it sheds a light on everything, and it holds people accountable. It holds people to their own actions, words, ways, habits, and manners. And it also, with that, their consequences and karma. You know what I mean? So, all that jazz. Now, I will finish. Take care. And, yeah, be well.